Until now, I've worked hard to keep a respectful tone when talking about other coaches, but that ends today.
Rapid fire. Low to high. Wrist low. Head high. Watch the ball. Do it faster.
After over 20 years of teaching, I've seen too much wasted time and too much wasted money by passionate adult tennis players just like you to stay quiet any longer. If you've ever felt like you've been paying for lessons but not actually getting any better, you're about to learn why. Now, please don't get me wrong. There are great local coaches out there, but they're very hard to find. So, unless you know what to look for specifically, your chances of getting paired with one are extremely low. That's why I'm making this video, to give you the tools to spot an ineffective lesson a mile away and avoid spending years spinning your wheels. Unless, of course, you just want entertainment and exercise, but if that were the case, you wouldn't be here watching this video in the first place. So here are the top 5 ways to spot a lesson that wastes the time and money of passionate adult players. Problem 1 with normal tennis lessons is they optimize for quantity over quality. Instead of doing the hard work required to actually change bad habits, the coach shoots for maximum number of strokes worked on, number of tips given, and number of balls hit. Have you ever had a lesson where you work on forehands, then backhands, then volleys, then overheads, and returns, and then maybe you get 5 minutes of time on your serve at the very end? That feels productive in the moment, but the truth is, the human brain and body need time on one single focus to reprogram a movement. Skimming the surface of 5 strokes in 60 minutes does not create lasting change to any of them. Problem 2 with normal tennis lessons is what I like to call whack-a-mole coaching. You know that game at your local arcade? Most lessons bounce around from tip to tip to tip. Bend your knees, swing low to high, finish over your shoulder, hit out in front. Oh, and don't forget to bend your knees. It sounds like a lot of coaching and therefore a lot of value, but neuroscience shows that the brain can only consciously focus on one new thing at a time. So when your attention is constantly pulled in 4 different directions on one swing or one skill, none of them actually get closer to being an automatic habit and moving the needle on your game. You leave the court with a head full of cues, but no lasting change or big picture improvement. Problem 3 with normal tennis lessons is 99% of them are guessing instead of fully knowing. That's because they're taught from 50 or 60 feet away and rely completely on the naked eye. No matter how good of a player your coach was or how long they've been teaching lessons, if they don't ever check your habits with slow motion, frame by frame video, a huge amount of critical detail is simply being missed. Their guesses might be very well informed and based on a huge amount of experience, but they're still just guesses at the end of the day. The only way to know for sure what's happening in the literally milliseconds before, during, and after hitting the ball is to use video analysis, and sadly, seeing it done in a tennis lesson is about as common as seeing Bigfoot while walking through the woods. Guessing instead of knowing leads to vague, cliche, jargon-filled tennis lessons like this one.
So he just keeps going. He's like, Trevor, he's like, okay, just brush the ball. The ball comes, then I hit it, does nothing. He's like, no, brush the ball. So I'm like, try. He's like, no, brush the ball. But he doesn't change his instruction. He just keeps saying, he's like, brush. Okay, now brush it. Brush it. No, brush it. No, brush it. No, brush it. Brush the ball. No, you didn't brush it. You got to brush it. What did I say? I'm like, brush it. He's like, brush it. When it comes, don't hit. Try to brush. Try to brush the ball. I'm trying my ass off.
By the way, if you want to learn how to completely self-guide yourself to the next level without having to rely on in-person instruction and lessons, let me know in the comments down below. And if enough people want it, I'll make it my very next video. Problem 4 with normal tennis lessons is their fish dispensers. You've heard the saying, give a man a fish and he eats for a day, teach a man to fish and he eats for a lifetime. Well, most tennis lessons hand out fish. Surface level tips, one after the other.
Don't swing. Swing a little bit. Just punch it. But don't swing.
But they never teach you how to learn, how to self-assess, how to self-adjust in real time, and how to make a new habit stick without the coach standing on the court doling out magic phrases. That's why so many tennis players feel dependent on their weekly lesson. You keep coming back for another fix, but more times than not, you're really just going around in circles because the quantity over quality and whack-a-mole problems that we talked about earlier. Problem 5 with normal tennis lessons is you walk away with no detailed practice plan. Changing bad habits in one individual tennis skill, much less all of them at the same time to elevate your entire game, is completely impossible in just 1 hour per week, especially when the rest of the week is full of match play where you compete to win and all of your old pre-existing habits get reinforced because you're naturally going to fall back on the most comfortable, reliable, and familiar ways of swinging the racket at the ball to make it go in play. In other words, with one normal tennis lesson per week and 2 or 3 matches without any additional solo training to groove in new and improved habits, you're going to stay the same level of play week after week and year after year forever. So if you've been wondering why you're not improving as much as you'd hope, ask yourself, do your tennis lessons look like what I'm describing? Lots of strokes, lots of tips, no sustained focus, no video, and no plan. If the answer is yes, it's not because you're unteachable. It's because the tennis lesson status quo is broken. But here's the good news. Once you know what a great lesson looks like, you'll never waste your time and waste your money again. Want to learn how to completely self-guide yourself to the next level without relying on in-person coaching? Let me know in the comments, and if enough people are interested, I'll make it my very next video. Thank you so much for watching today. Keep up the great work on your game, and I'll talk to you in the next video.